Hello friends, this is Satvinder Bhatia from Sukhmani Immigration Services, Brampton, Canada. I'm a regulated and licensed Canadian immigration consultant. Today, very excited because today I'll be sharing with you two PNP draws. One which came today and one which came in yesterday. So two PNP draws, complete detail, complete analysis I'll be sharing with you. But before that, a very small request. If you are new to the channel and have not subscribed yet, please do consider subscribing. We talk a lot about Canadian immigration, news, update, tips, tricks on this channel. If you like the video, please share it with your family and friends so that they can also benefit. Please press the bell icon so this video comes to you immediately when we upload. Just remember one single thing, this channel is dedicated to Canadian immigration. So anything happening on Canadian immigration, you will get it here. With that, let's move on to two PNP draws. So whenever we talk about PNP, Ontario comes always there because Ontario is king of PNP. It's not that I stay in Ontario, it is because nobody can beat Ontario. Ontario is the king of PNP. Ontario will be the king of PNP. So what has Ontario done? Let's see everything. So Ontario has conducted the PNP draw, and this PNP draw is the fifth PNP draw in skill trade. So Ontario has conducted a skill trade draw. This is the fifth PNP draw in skill trade in this year 2024. Now, when we talk about skill trade, let us first understand which category the skill trade comes into. So basically, the Ontario, there are 9 PNPs and they are divided into 3 categories. These 3 categories are express entry linked. The second one is expression of interest. The third one is entrepreneur stream. These are the 3 categories. Now, when we say express entry linked, it is linked to the federal express entry. So this express entry linked is further, if we go down into this, they are further divided into 3 categories. So these 3 categories are human capital priorities, HCP. The second one is skill trade. The third one is French speaking skilled worker. So what we are going to talk about today is Ontario skill trade. Now that you know where this skill trade fits, let me tell you very important thing. To qualify under skill trade, you need to have a profile, express entry profile in federal. So it is mandatory, it is required, it is must. If you have profile in express entry, only then you will get notification of interest. Otherwise, you will never get notification of interest. So with that point clear, now let's look at what the skill trade means. Now, skill trade is a very specialized kind of thing. So this is requires a specialized kind of knowledge, specialized kind of education, and of course the training. So technical education is required for this field. You need to have specialized training, and lastly, the third important thing is hands-on experience. Suppose you are a cook, suppose you are a baker, so you need to have a very technical knowledge plus training. Plus, as you practice, the better you become. More and more practice you do, better you become. So that is about the skill trade, and it requires the theoretical knowledge as well as practical skills. So that is what skill trade encompasses. Now, when we say skill trade examples include electricians, plumbers, carpenters, welders, HVAC, heavy equipment operators, machinists, and many other like construction and chefs, of course, and cooks. So all these come into the skill trade. There is a very important knockout which I want to share because these guys were not getting invite for so long. But in this draw, which I am sharing with you, they got the invite. This is Rogers and Bell Technicians. So their code is 72205. So previously, for last few draws, they were not getting invite, but now in this draw, they have also got a chance. So now let's talk about the OINP skill trade draw from the government website. Here is the information in front of you. So let's see this information line by lines to better understand this. And here is the draw came in today, October 17. Today the draw came in. How many people were invited? 1,307. So 1,307 people were invited, and the CRS was between 405 and 435. So lastly, the profiles were created 1 year back. So anybody who has created the profile since the last year will be invited, provided the score comes into this range. So score has to be 405 to 435. So that's very, very important. This is about the draw. Now, what we need to look at is that what are the tier codes? The tier codes are usually starting from 72 or 73. 72 tier codes are carpenter, plumber, electrician, cabinet maker, welder. 73 are roofer, concrete finisher, tile setters, pest controllers, floor installers. So these are 72 and 73 tier codes which came in. Now let's look at the ITA, which is came in total number of the snapshot of everything till now. So 5 draws happened so far, and total, you will not believe, 9,000 people have been invited just under one category, which is bigger than Alberta, bigger than Manitoba, bigger than Saskatchewan. One single category is bigger than those entire province. 9,000 people have been invited. So all the 5 draws right in front of your eyes here, and you can see this 9,000 number will grow more, because I am expecting that more draw will still come. I am expecting at least one more skill trade draw this year. So hopefully we'll see how it goes. I am expecting it will go beyond 10,000. And with that, important things to note, right? If you have got an invite, remember you have got 45 days, 45 calendar days. That's very, very important. 45 calendar days. Very important to let you know is that your experience between the last 2 years is counted, and you should have obtained this 2 years from the date of submitting your application to OINP. So that experience will be counted. And remember, you should be on a legal status in Canada. If you are not, if you are out of status, then you can't do that. So these are few important things which you need to remember. You need any help, even at this point also, after getting the notification of interest, you can reach out to me or my office. So let's move on from Ontario to BC. So BC has done the 3rd PNP draw. And this is in the October month. This is the 3rd draw happening. Now, those who are listening to me for the very first time, let me let you know that BC basically conducts the draw every Tuesday. If there is a holiday on Monday or Tuesday, the draw moves next day. This has happened. So because Monday was a Thanksgiving holiday, so draw was conducted yesterday, which was Wednesday, instead of Tuesday. So just letting you know what the pattern is. Every Tuesday draw happens. If by chance Tuesday draw doesn't happen due to a holiday or any other reason, it moves on to Wednesday. So yesterday, October 16, BC conducted a draw. Another thing I want to tell you before jumping into the draw, that BC conducts the draw in 2 parts, general draw and the category based draw. So let's see what happened in the draw from the government website. Here is the draw information. So here is the draw October 16. This is part 1 of the draw, which is general draw and targeted draw. The 4 categories which are targeted are usually construction, ECE, early childhood educators, healthcare, and veterinary doctors. These are the 4 categories. Now, I want to take a minute here and explain to all of you that early childhood educator, the points are now reducing. You can see it is 83 points, and the quantity is also slowly starting to increase. We will share the numbers with you as a proof. We'll share all those numbers also. So now, if we look at the draw, how many people were invited? Total 193 people were invited in this draw yesterday. 193 people were invited. Out of 193, 102 people were invited under the general draw, which is draw number 1, and part 2 of the draw, which is a targeted draw. 91 people are invited. Out of 91 people, Under the early childhood educator, 38 people were invited. Healthcare worker, 28 are invited. And the construction, 21. Lastly, veterinary doctor, 4 are invited. So this is the entire breakdown of all the people who were invited in the draw which happened yesterday in BC. Now let's also see the snapshot, because snapshot gives us the trend of what's happening. So let's see what the snapshot says. Here is the snapshot. BC has so far invited 5,728 people. 5,728 people are invited by BC. And if you see the snapshot, you can see initially 900, 800, 600, 400 people were invited. Slowly in the month of May and June, it decreased to 300 and 275. This number got down. But the good thing which you can see is, with the help of this graph, it has now become V-shaped and it is slowly increasing. So after June, July, August, September, you can gradually see there is an increase in the number of ITAs, and also the score has started decreasing. So this is good sign. I'm not saying that score has gone down so far. Yes, but it is showing a downward trend at least. So that is a good sign, and I am hoping that this will continue. Number of invites will increase and score hopefully will decrease. So let's see what happens next. But for now, yes, this is the BC draw, and of course I shared with you the Ontario draw. So if you want to file your case whether in BC or in Ontario, particularly in skilled trade, you can reach out to me or want to discuss your case. You can discuss and book an appointment. Our office is located in Brampton. Address, email ID, phone number, everything is shared right here with you. Very important. If you have still not subscribed to the channel, please do consider subscribing. We talk a lot about all this immigration, Canadian immigration. And thank you very much for watching the video. Thank you.